Hey guys, welcome back to another breakdown. And today we're going to talk about, well, basically running an away set. So I want you to imagine that you've been trying to sub off, run your box pattern, and you're getting hit with heavy midfield press. With heavy midfield press, which means this isolated, well, not so much isolated, but small groups of shooters are continuously pressing you as you're trying to get to your box. Now, the team with the ball, their box is over here. And what happens is normally, because your box patterns are so similar these days and the ball always ends up near the box, the whole defense will shift towards that box and try and hack at you as you're trying to, well, sub off in the box. So what you can run here is, a lot of teams call it an away set, or you can call it whatever you want, a cheap set, but what happens here is you can see that the shooters have gone up and shot, and there's a sweeper as per normal, and eyes are on the sweeper, and this player in particular here, he's going to go over and line himself up for another shoot, which is probably 2 touches later. Actually, both of those guys in the touch have done the same thing. But the person that's dumped the ball is splitting away from the box, and instead of giving it to the sweeper around here, if you can notice that everyone is doing this, usually you will have an isolated winger. So you split away from the box, and this isn't necessarily so much, yes, you do have a 2-on-1. Okay, but it's not, the whole purpose of an away set isn't to just score a try up the far sideline. It is to just make meters and put a bit of pressure on the midfield defense, and to basically send a message that if you want to try and press us, then we're going to threaten to do this. But best case scenario is you do score a try. But just going back, if they get a read, the winger holds off, he backpedals, you get to here, and then these 2 players are coming to cover, pass the ball back to the middle, and then go from the middle again, and then use the 3rd touch to get over to the box. Not the end of the world there either. You've still got nice flow and you're getting to the box. But now you have a lot of meters under your belt in doing so, and the shape of the midfield press will be a little bit different next time, and you can get to the box a lot easier on your traditional style. But this is best case scenario. You go down the sideline and you get a cheap little try. That's an away set. It's one example. Let's have a look at another one. But it's all about identifying, and it is a bit hard to identify that because you're looking at the defenders on the far side of your box. This is another one. So they've noticed that the winger actually comes up on the first touch. And look, some teams will run like we call it a bulldog shape, where you might have both wingers and a middle come up on the first, and then both links and a middle come up on the second. So if the winger is isolating himself by shooting up, yeah, definitely take the ball down there before you've even had a touch made. It's just another one. Oop, let me go back and see this again. But yeah, you just notice that one wing is up, and you do that. It could even be the player that was up was the link, and you can have a look. There's a player that's just sort of in behind here. That could be the winger shifting over to hit the second touch. You can see him sort of cutting in under there. So that could have been the guy with the hat on, could be the winger, and you just noticed an isolated link, which some teams might send the links up on first with the middle, and then the wingers might chime in on the second to help out. Either way, if you are noticing anyone isolated on the shoot, definitely target them. Especially like if no one will expect it. Well, people expect it, but they don't expect it often to go up the far side. So let's have a look at this one. See, that's again, we have a link coming up on the first touch. And normally the box will be a second pass to this player here, which this guy can jam, or if he tries to go down, the link's got it here. But as he turns back in and looks to go for that dump, the link bounces out, and all of a sudden they've got numbers down the short side, which is the far side, because this is not the blue team's box. So you're coaching a team and you're coming up against midfield press and you just can't seem to get that flow or get the meters. Have a look what the far two players are doing. Have a look what the link and have a look at what the winger is doing. If they are isolating themselves coming up to try and shoot your middles, it means they're leaving so much space on that far side for you to take on. Now, again, you might not score, but you might make 20 meters out of it. If you can, hold up that touch to try and get it back to the middle. So go down the far side and then send the ball back in. Do whatever you can. But yeah, that's definitely an option for you to take in your rucking pattern. So have a look at it. You can be creative. You can do it however you want. You can send a sweeper around and a sweep around another side. But yeah, the options are normally there. The teams will shoot and shift over to your box if you start being repetitive with your box pattern. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked that one. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.